we're supposed to know when we're live?
I guess, well, I have the stream on right now, and it looks like we are.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tabletop Roulette. We're here for all of your game needs.
Fully prepared speech, ready to go.
We're professionals.
The person who found out they were hosting the episode earlier, I promise. I knew this going in. Hi, everybody. My name's Kat, and I am here to introduce you to my game, Heroic Chord, and to my beautiful players. And I'm going to start with my beautiful players. We'll worry about the game later. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to start with our invisible tech person and go clockwise. So, Gnome, why don't you take us away, please?
Hi there, I'm Gnome. My pronouns are he, they, and you can find me at Gray919 on Twitter.
Do we all...
How much do you want us to say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's perfect.
I was like, do you want me to talk about my character? Or
That's perfect. You're beautiful. We're going to be talking about your characters later.
Reed's dying in the corner.
Don't worry about it. Nobody worry about it. It's fine. Who's next? Do we have the same clockwise?
I don't think we
I don't think so.
We don't see everybody in the same layout. You have to choose who goes next.
Okay, Ruby, take us away, please.
Ruby, my name is Ruby. I use she, her pronouns. I'm 25. I am trans, and I am on Twitter, but not really, at reckless_Ruby. So, yeah. Hello.
Hi. Leland, if you would, please.
Hi, I am Leland or Lee. Doesn't really matter which one. Also, I am he or they. Whichever you choose is fine by me. And you can find me at the Perfect Lee on Twitter. There's a capital in there somewhere, but I'll find it. Yeah.
Beautiful. And if you would, please.
I guess it leaves me. Hey everybody, my name is Chrome Roman and I'm playing Aran Vega today. Y'all can find me at Curls Borealis, mostly on Twitter.
Were we supposed to put our character's name in the corner?
Only one of us has, so don't worry about it.
Okay, great.
And as I mentioned before, I am Kat. I am your host. I use they, she pronouns, and I'm boiling. Just absolutely freaking boiling.
Hi, boiling. I'm Dad. Okay.
Yes! Sorry. I broke character a little bit there.
We're off to a great start.
Right. Heroic Chord is currently in an open playtest. So if you want to play a game, look for game.
Where would no one find it? Is there a website perhaps?
Thank you. You can find this game as well as all the other nonsense I do at peachgardengames.com. And you can find me on Twitter at CatlingGun. You can probably see it down there in the layout. Check it out. So we start on a breezy autumn day. It's beautiful. The sky is a cold blue, and there are a few daring clouds up there, but not enough to sour the mood. And this is the village of Gretty. And here in Gretty, it still smells like fire. It has for months. Long after the wildfires that decimated the summer crops have died down, the soil still smells like ash. And as the year comes to the close, the people of Gretty are beginning to wonder what on earth they are going to do for winter. Gretty is not far from the Boundary Garden. You could smell it from here, too, under the ash. A field of lavenders that separates the place that is safe for humanity from the wilds of the Goat Home Veldt. And there are people who are looking to the Veldt and wondering if maybe out there's something that will give them a chance of surviving the coming winter. Now that all their food is turn to ash on the wind. And now I would like everyone, in the same order in which I asked you to introduce yourselves,
To the best of your memory.
to the best of your memory, to please introduce your characters.
Right, so that's me first. Matthias Auvergne is a kind of reedy, a gangly man with curly brown hair, windswept and a little wild on his head down to the nape of his neck, olive skin, and he's very unique. He's dressed quite flamboyantly, as a minstrel is wont to do. He has gold eyeshadow, a never-ending smile on his face, and carries and on his waist he carries a dagger, but his real weapon is the violin, with which he uses as a tidal navigator, a ranger chosen by why am I
Tidal
blanking?
Augustine.
Tidal Augustine. Why I'm not beckoning Augustine? That's a different one.
Yeah, that's a Tosa.
Yeah.
Oh, at this point, I should probably say that these characters are all chosen ones of the divine monuments. The gods of Amilta are asleep in the form of great stone statues located in some of the world's most dangerous places. And if you've been chosen by them, and if you can complete a pilgrimage to meet them in person, you are granted the powers of being a player character. And Tidal Augustine is a great stone archway located in the middle of the dangerous Ultra Whirl, an enormous whirlpool in the midst of the ocean. Not an easy journey, not a particularly safe journey, but that's how it be. All right.
I think I'm next.
You know what? You're next in our hearts. Go for it.
All right. Well, hello. I'm going to be playing Kanti Mapui, a volcanic tracker who is extremely mild and meek and tiny. They are 5'5". They're like really, really scrawny. They have this like the long black hair that is kept up in a top bun. Let's see. They wear a lot of like bright oranges and yellows, like flower motifs all over themselves. They have like those kind of like Romany leather lace-up sandals, and most importantly, they are Polynesian, or at least whatever our adjacent is in this universe. And they have those like Polynesian black block tattoos that are a lot of places on their body. The most significant thing about that is after having interacted with, I want to say this, the name is Scafing.
Chafing.
Chafing.
Sorry, I studied Old English and I'm a nerd. Sorry.
That's fine. When they touched chafing, all of the lines between those black block tattoos started to glow orange. So it looks like wherever they have tattoos, their body is molten, like freshly cracked lava. And they look much cooler on skin, and then everything else about them looks really weak and mild. And they sound like this. So.
Gorgeous.
Oh, no.
Love it.
So here we go. Yeah. They also have like a little rock cudgel on the side, like to their hip. It's really
cute. Ruby.
Did I miss any? Yeah, okay.
No, it's great.
Ruby time. Yes. Damn, you got like tattoos and stuff from that. Anyway, so I'm going to playing Cassandra, who was born and raised and worked and has been stuck in Stageport for the longest time. This woman is the equivalent of Honduran in this world. She is somewhere in her 30s, early 30s, about 5'9". She's a bartender and entertainer, and just loves to be around the less cared for folks of Stageport. lots of politics going around there. And just over time, she came to know that she had to move towards something different, or she'd be stuck there and unable to do anything for herself, her friends, her family, anything of the sorts. And thus came to journey to beckoning Atossa, I believe the name of the Daleth god statue is.
Yeah.
And I didn't get tattoos, but I'm here now, and I don't want to say too much more.
Okay. And finally, Chrome, would you please?
Oh, happily. My name is Aran Vega. I am the captain of my own ship. I come from the northern desert, but I am actually also a tidal navigator.
Yes.
Aran Vega uses they pronouns, she, they pronouns. She's this like 6'9", very tall, very powerful woman who tends to spend a lot of her time up in the crow's nest and on the ropes of ships. She has dark skin, long locks that are always tied back in a low ponytail, and sea-beaten skin that's just like, she smells like salt and sea and has the air of adventure and freedom. And one thing that she's commonly heard saying is just, I have seen as much of the sea as I've seen of the sky. Some people think that us navigators are stuck on the sea, but no! There's more freedom out there than anyone could ever believe. And that's Aran.
Beautiful. And do you all know each other? Are you prior acquaintances? Or have you run into each other in this particular small farming village?
I think Aran and Matthias probably would know each other as tidal navigators, since tidal navigators are wont to bunch together.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree with this.
All right.
I don't think anyone would know Conti because Conti doesn't make an effort to talk to people. But I think, and it's more of a laziness thing than an antisocial thing. But Conti's older sister is like famous. She's like a chosen one or whatever. Like she's genuinely like, I throw a knife into heaven, or I fight this titanic monster and we've carved new islands. Like they're like that level of like Greek hero style, whatever. And then Conti is over here. So you might have heard of the Mapuis in some way, but definitely not Conti in particular. So maybe at the name drop, something might like click.
All right. So I guess then my next question, Cassandra, do you know these people?
Yeah, I would say if at all, if I knew any of them, they would have to be the type to like nightlife, to like parties, to like drinking, or to travel.
Okay,
Hi
we've got
there.
one
Hello.
taker.
I
I'm
will
the
have
bard.
seen them.
Nice to meet
hello.
you.
Yeah,
We've got the
absolutely.
takers, okay. All right.
But we chillin'.
We chillin'. So now I would like to ask, what on earth brings you three and Conti, who seems to have arrived independently of the three of you, to a farming village recently decimated by a fire? It is inland, probably about 2 days from Stageport. It is just on the very edge of a place called the Goat Home Veldt, which is the Great Plain on the inside of Amilta, where the mountains that once dominated the continent melted into silt, leaving a great open, wild plain, populated mostly by demons and horrors. Don't worry about that. We're getting to it. Also goats. That's where it got its name.
I hate to be that person, but what does the word Velt mean?
It's a particular kind of plains biome.
Score. All right.
Yeah. So my next question is, Yeah, what are you all doing here? Clearly not sightseeing.
Right.
There's nothing to see or do in Gretty.
Well, at least for Aran, she's always looking for adventure and to participate in some brand of heroism just because that's her deal. She loves fun, frivolity, and adventure. So hearing that there are, strange things happening, people's livelihoods getting burned down, she wants to help, but also she wonders if there's like something happening that they can defeat or sow their name into the face of the world more with.
Love it.
I think for Matthias, it's twofold. Number one, as a minstrel, Matthias is always looking for a new story to record because stories are how, the world is preserved. And I think Aran makes for a very good subject of stories. So that's point one: get a new Aran story for this big ass book I'm writing of all the shit you get yourself into. Point number two: I think Matthias, even though he technically didn't want to be a ranger, he takes the job seriously, as seriously as he takes anything. So hearing people need help. Best case scenario, he gets a good story out of it. Worst case scenario, he does his job.
I think Conti is here largely by accident. They do a lot of I just kind of wander with the wind, and we're like, I see flower petals flowing this way. I walk that way because it's pretty to look at. I have fallen asleep in someone's hay cart, and I've woken up, and oh goodness, I'm a town over, like that style of thing, where they've woken up in different places all over the country and are now just happen to be here for a very similar reason. Yeah.
Did Cassandra come here with the navigators?
Probably to some degree. Yeah, I definitely wanted to come here to just see a new place, meet new people, experience their culture, and just how far spread the kind of whatever is going on in Stageport might have any impact outside of that. And seeing what's going on here, I definitely think there's someone or some organization who's responsible for this, and that's infuriating. So I'm going to have a good time, even though things are on fire, and I'm going to make sure someone pays consequences for this.
Well, the good news is things aren't currently on fire. It's been months since the fire. But the rumors you heard in your dockside, I'm assuming, tavern were true. Large populations in the interior just had crops completely wiped out, and some villages were displaced by an enormous fire. Hard to tell what caused it. Could be anything these days. You find yourself in a little inn, which is to say a larger than normal farmhouse with guest rooms. And the mayor of Gretty, for what it's worth, is doing her level best to be a good host. But there isn't much food to go around. The fare on the table is, there's some grain porridge. There is some cured meat. There is some cured meat left, and for guests, it does get brought out. There is a kind of... Let's start by making rolls. Can I get sensitivity rolls? Take your pick of your skills, roll any skill you like. What is your character paying attention to? Now, to roll a skill in Heroic Chord, what you do is you combine the stat that you have, and you add 1 if it's a skill that you have, and you roll that many d6s, and you tell me how many 5s or 6s you got, and if you got any 1s.
If that's okay, I would like to roll sensitivity medicine to see if anyone has been not accurately taking care of burn wounds or anything like that.
Okay.
To be like, hey, that's infected. You should hold on a second.
Okay. I like that.
Failure. Shame.
Okay. All right.
I'm sure they're fine.
What about... What would that be? Would it make sense to do something like sensitivity and humanity to just kind of get a sense of the emotional and psychological well-being of these people?
Yeah, absolutely. That makes perfect sense. Please do.
Absolutely. All right. Two edge successes. So
My favorite. Okay, so if you roll a 1, that is to say an edge success, you can only keep it as a success if you make a devil's bargain with me, the devil.
yeah.
And my bargain is this: I will not let you keep this information under your hat if I give you this information. You will not be able to just gracefully note it and move on.
Hmm.
Do you want to keep that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a noticeable hesitation at the notion of putting the meat on the table. There is like a shared look among the family of, are you sure we should be doing this?
Noted.
Yeah. All right. No, Chrome. Oh, you're muted.
You
You did a mute.
Yep. I will also roll sensitivity and humanity because I got 1 in each.
Go for it.
That's a 5 and a 4.
Okay. Yeah. 1 success will tell you that there's kind of that the fare is pretty thin and that they're very anxious about this meal. No.
I don't have any skills that are particularly applicable to this, but that's fine because I have a 3 in sensitivity.
Wow. Sensitive baby. Beautiful, sensitive bard baby.
That is a 5, a 4, and a 1.
Okay. You know what? Same bargain I gave Ruby. If you keep that 1 as an edge success, I will give you information that you must share.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah. These people are showing signs of malnutrition. These people are hungry.
Do you like say that out loud or?
Anything?
I think the way he would make this clear is Matthias is going to, as respectfully as he can, decline the meal.
I think Kati is about to take a bite and be like, yes, of course. Also, I would take it. On us. Can I go outside and see? Like, it's like late autumn, right?
Yes.
Can I go outside and take a look at what harvest they do have left, or is it like barren wasteland?
It's not barren wasteland, but I would wager, like, at your estimate, 2/3 to maybe even 3/4 of the fields surrounding this village are ash.
Can I ask what spell pieces are available in the area?
Yeah, you can. Did I
you beat
prepare
me to
them?
it.
Did I prepare them? No. Can you ask? Absolutely. Let's see. So the spell pieces here are ash, hope, wind, fruit, and silent.
What was the first one? The last one before silent, you said?
Fruit.
Fruit. Unless anyone wants to go, I have something I think I would like to do.
All yours.
Absolutely.
Then I would like to take a second, and Conti will take a bite out of one of the fruit, and they will touch it to the ground. They will spit the juice into the earth, and they will start humming to themselves. And they look like really relaxed. They're like, "Oh no, I got this. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. You never had a problem in the first place." And I would like to cast a spell with. I'll spend a scatter as it's one of my like volcanic abilities to do new fruit.
Wow. I like that very much. By the way, this is how you cast spells in Heroic Chord. I have a piece. You all have pieces on your character sheets. If you mash them together and make fridge poetry, we're going to cast a spell together. And this is beautiful. Let's see. How many people are you hoping to feed with this spell?
I think like for the night, I think Conti is very bright, but maybe not very long-term planning. So it's like, I got you guys. Dinner's on me, everybody. And it's just going to try and make like a small sort of sprout of it.
What a sweet angel. What do you say to 4 scatter for that?
That sounds fair.
What kind of fruit tree do you summon? And please tell me more about this spell.
Sure. As the spit from the whatever fruit, this is like I'm gonna say peaches because Conti likes pink.
It's exactly what's in my notes.
There starts to be this like sapling, which Conti then wraps the very end of it. It's like really elastic around their first forearm and then the second forearm, and they start to like dance a little bit, and they're still humming ma ma and doing that kind of thing. And as they do so, the tree starts to like grow out of the ground, and they say, "Dinner will be so well. I guess it's more of a dessert, but that's okay. You know, everyone likes sugar, right? You probably need a little bit of that lately." That was rude. Here's the peaches. I got peaches here, everybody. And then as soon as it's grown, they're gonna run off. They're gonna like, and it's here. You know.
I have a question. How long has Conti been a ranger?
Conti has been a ranger for like maybe 2 or 3 months, but they are a ranger solely by accident. They like walked in a path and ended up at Scafing. Scafing was like, technically you made it here, so I have to do this. But other than that, so like, well, all right, I'll take it.
The Crow Father is inscrutable.
Meanwhile, Augustine was just like, ooh, 2 for 1 special on this one. Ding.
So I'm here. It's a peach tree. This should be good. This should be ripe. Honestly, I would recommend cutting it up though, and putting it in like a pot so it can properly caramelize. Do y'all know how to cook? I'm sure you do. Don't ask me questions.
Yeah, and the everyone's a little bit stunned. The kids kind of peek out from behind the mayor, and the mayor gives you a quiet nod and goes inside to get a basket to gather some peaches.
And
the kids
go in the bar.
The kids start running around. They've already kind of started climbing into this tree that you've built. And when you get back inside, the mayor not only has sliced up peaches on the table alongside the porridge and cured meat, but also has a book. A big old book of fairy tales, or a history book. Stories old enough that it's hard to tell the difference, frankly. And it has a tree on the front of it adorned with white flowers. You reminded me of something, the mayor says. She's an older lady, probably in her 50s. She has a gentle but resolute nature, and isn't the kind of person who typically expresses herself clearly and openly. And she flips through the book to a page that has been marked. There is a little sprig of dried grass sticking out of the book, where somebody has set this story aside for future reference. It is said, the mayor says, and turns the page, that this village was once located in a prosperous nation called Breost. A nation under a queen who lived in a gilded palace, whose people never went hungry. From border to border, everyone had enough food and beautiful clothes and anything they could wish for, it is said. And the mayor turns the page again, and there is a full-page illustration, probably stamped there by a woodcut and then lovingly illuminated. It is said that one day, or 1 month, it lasted years, the capital of Breost was put to siege. The noble Queen Persica was surrounded by enemy forces. But the people in the capital still ate because there was a peach tree in the courtyard that produced fruit year-round, it is said. All year, at all times. There was enough food. And you just reminded me of the story is all.
Oh, thank you.
Very much for your kindness.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. No, I don't have further thoughts than that.
If you'll pardon me, I happen to be something of a purveyor of stories. I haven't heard this one before.
Oh,
Does this story say where this tree might be found in the modern day?
Well, that's a pretty easy matter, actually. And the mayor stands up, quietly pushes her chair in, lifts it slightly so it doesn't slide along the floor, moves back to the bookcase, picks out another old book, and lays it flat on the table, and then takes her seat again. It is an old map, yellowed and beaten by time, but it shows the boundaries of nations that no longer exist. Kingdoms, in fact, and mountains. Big ones. Not the little volcanic ones you're used to, Kanti. Mountains proper. And she points down to the map and says, "This is where we are. Roughly. It's about, the problem is, a day away." And she closes the book of stories and picks up a mug of hot water.
Only a day? I
full
apologize. I'm new to the area here. I'm surely you can. Someone could just go. I don't know. Take a. Do you have horses? No. A long camping trip or something to take a look.
Nights in the veldt are rather dangerous for normal folk.
Oh, goodness. Well, then I apologize. That was
Yeah.
unaware, ignorant.
The mayor nods slowly. The horrors come out at night. None of us could make the journey during the day and come back in time.
Understood.
I think Matthias gives Aran a look.
Well, it sounds like you need some help. Perhaps we can take care of this for you.
You're our guests. I couldn't possibly impose, the mayor says, and gently pushes the book of maps in your direction.
Thank you. Yes, this is such a dangerous task. We want to make sure we familiarize ourselves with it. Ooh, look, trees.
It is said there were great forests here once upon a time.
Interesting. Very interesting. And I'm going to start flipping through looking through the maps just to make sure I actually familiarize myself with, navigation and understanding the lay of the land, so that way we don't get lost and die.
That sounds like an understanding navigation roll to me. Would you please?
That's like that's a 5.
That's a 5, yeah. It's not far. If the point that she pointed to as where you are right now is correct, yep, you're about a day away.
Cool.
This
And
is
that's And that's a day by foot?
yes.
Does that assume that we like sleep at some point during the journey?
Yeah.
Or do rangers never sleep? Are we cool?
No, you're gonna need to do things like sleeping and eating.
We're rangers, not elves.
I haven't put any elves in it. Should I have put elves in it?
I like that we're normal, relatively.
I like that we're normal people because there are normal people who just refuse to sleep.
Oh, ain't that the fucking truth? Oh, am I allowed to say that? Okay, good. Yeah, no,
I would hope we're
Yeah.
about to swear. I've said
Are-
motherfucker a couple times.
Okay, good. Tech is nodding. I'm allowed to say dirty words. Okay, beautiful, excellent, wonderful. I don't intend to, but it's good to know I'm allowed.
Thank fucking God, because I curse like a fucking sailor.
Good thing you are one, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
No, I hitched a ride with a sailor, and then I got all this going on.
Well, there's no point in setting out tonight. There'll be plenty of travel by night if you do go. So please be our guests until then. Stay here. Maybe tell us a story or two. And when daybreak comes, we'll do whatever we can to make sure that you have enough for your journey.
That's very kind.
Well, if you can help us, we will have gratitude to spare. It is. The days are getting shorter. And
I think hearing the mayor say, "Stay a while and tell a story," Aran fully just jumps up onto a table and goes, "We sleep when the sun fully sets. Until then, revel with me, my friends," and just starts telling long seafaring tales about summer storms almost dying, how men don't really know the actual lay of the sea because everything is unpredictable and all you can really do is adapt. This, that, and the other thing. Just
I
Oh,
provide
most-
musical accompaniment.
just the most piratey sailor to ever pirate.
the mayor has a teenage daughter who is absolutely hanging on every single word.
I wink at her. This could be you someday.
You get the impression that is absolutely her intent.
Kat, can I use an understanding fashion role to know what dances may be applicable in this area, or like what is there culturally relevant dances?
Exactly what fashion is for. Yes, please. I would love it if you did that.
This is what I have 5 dice for this. I did not build a character to adventure.
Mhm.
I would like that.
You made a nerd.
Yeah. I got 3 successes.
Oh, 3 is plenty. 3 is not only do you know like the local dances, but you know where they come from, and you know like what other dances they're adapted from, and what kind of music they're best accompanied by. Like, you know.
I think Conti will ask for a very specific rhythm, and then aside from that, is like, if you can play whatever you want, and then we'll ask the oldest person around to dance and to be like, "Would you care?"
That'd be the mayor.
How about it?
Yeah, the mayor absolutely takes your hand. She is a She knows this dance. She knows these steps, but
Oh, please
she's
tell
a
me she
little
eat-
clumsy.
Please tell me she eats him. Oh, I was hoping she was just gonna eat him up. Like,
She's very hungry.
oh,
Um, in doing so, would it be all right if I marked the word fun off on my key?
Absolutely. Yes. So you all have a list of 5 things that motivate your character. Conti's case, fun is one of them. When you use one of these, you can roll 2 extra dice, and then you mark it off. When you've marked off all 5, you get all your scatter back, and you get a chance to use your signature spell.
you just reminded me. Could I mark altruism for Matthias immediately giving up the food?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Usually you do it to get an advantage on rolls.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. Whoops, never mind.
No, don't
I
worry
also
about it.
forgot. Out of curiosity, didn't get any better. That's okay.
So 5 was your unadjusted for just it would have been 7 if you'd incorporated fun.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I'm all brain and things that do not relate to this.
I love this beautiful angel. How's Cassandra doing? We haven't heard from our barkeep in a bit.
Yeah, I mean, how are people taking to this dance at this point, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think the kids have started, the little kids have started dancing with each other. The teen girl is keeping time with a wooden spoon on the table.
Aran, are you still telling your stories?
Oh no, I fully stopped and I've started dancing as well.
Perhaps all 3 of us can come up with something we can put on a show.
Yes.
I would like that very much.
And I mean, if I incorporate either of you or both of you that want to be a part of this, what would the rolling look like for that?
Everybody give me a roll and I'll take the pool. I'll take everybody's successes all together. That sounds good.
Works for me.
Tell me what you're rolling.
Would it make sense to do a sort of adaptability performance thing here?
Beautiful. That's a very good one. Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. What are my?
At this point, I should let the viewer know that we don't really have D&D style stats in this game for reasons. Our stats are sensitivity, subtlety, daring, adaptability, and understanding. Basically, how our characters choose to solve problems. Where are we at on that roll?
We are at 3 5s, a 6, and a 1.
Woo! Okay. All right. All
Do you
right.
need our help, or
I
are we
mean,
good?
I mean,
So my next
Maybe
question
I
is,
can
what kind of
donate.
performance does Cassandra do?
At this point, do I get a sense from Leland and everyone else what kind of dance this is?
This is this is kind of like an old-fashioned, traditional, the kind that used to be done by rooms full of people a long time ago.
Okay.
Oh,
I was imagining fantasy square dancing.
Okay.
It's a little bit more fancy or highfalutin, but largely is very simple steps, kind of in a repetitive motion.
Yeah. It's the kind that's clearly meant to be orchestrated in a large group, but it's still fun to do with just a handful of people in a kitchen.
Okay, perfect. So at this point then, I want to do the complete opposite end of that. Look to Iran and Gnome at my side and just say, follow my lead, and just kind of get everyone to clear away and just start voguing down the aisle. in this inn. It was a barn, right? Made into an inn.
Matthias
the
is
farmhouse.
here for it.
Very nice. Love that.
You know what? I'm gonna join in on this. Let me join in on that. I'm fully joining in on that. Hold on.
Oh, same.
going
Adaptability
to-
performance. Yeah.
For me, I'm really daring in performance because that fits my character completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, title navigators are the ones you want on a ship and at a party.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god. I
Me, oh
rolled,
my.
I rolled 4 dice. I have a 5 and 3 6s.
Also perfect.
I have 2 5s and a 6.
What is with the three of you?
This is
We
it right
just
here.
stunt on everybody.
We're gonna die later because we were
Yeah.
using all of our luck right now.
What is
Mhm.
with the
Who
three of
cares?
you?
It's
Just
worth it.
completely. This is beautiful. This is energetic and unique and gorgeous. And the teen knows this one. The teen's with you. The teen girl is with you. Just like other small children, allow me to show you how it's done in the city. Is she as good as the three of you? Absolutely not. But definitely the four of you are having a fucking party.
Yeah, she's new in the
I
house.
totally end up taking her hands and I just start spinning her around with me. I have hit the point where it's no longer just Vogue. It's like bachata meets Vogue meets
Oh,
salsa,
yes.
and it's all complete chaos party over here.
Beautiful chaos. I
I'm-
adore this.
I'm dancing and playing the violin at the same time and not missing a note or a step.
No, you got a boatload of successes. I would not ask you to miss a note or a step.
I like for this to feel like a pretty dramatic party. Like the whole population of this tiny ass village would need to be in like one room. Because otherwise, it's like there's 6 people just screaming at top of their lungs.
Lee makes a good point. I think that people are initially attracted by the fact that there's a fruit-bearing tree, which this is a hungry village. And soon everybody is kind of out front. There are paper lanterns, and it is time for an impromptu festival, I guess. They have food for the first time in a long time.
With
They have dancing for the first time in, honestly, longer than it should have been. Longer than it should have been since these people got together and danced.
how fast can peach wine be made a thing here?
I would require magic.
Magic.
Yeah, actually, is there
How dare you.
I can do it. I will do it. I gnome who's never touched alcohol in my life will make peach wine.
I am
what are-
encouraging this.
What are the spell pieces?
Spell pieces here are ash, hope, wind, fruit, and silent. Although silent is not particularly strong anymore. It's kind of
Could
begun fading out.
could I convey joyous fruit into instant wine?
Yeah, you could.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
And he says, "Why don't we make this a real party?" And he starts playing, and he has you put the fruit into a barrel, and he starts playing a violin, and he casts joyous fruit, and you just watch it just kind of melt and swirl into peach wine.
That's extremely beautiful, and I love that very much. I think I'm going to ask you for 2 scatter for that one.
So because I'm using my
Oh, yeah.
instrument as part of this, I only cost me 1.
Ooh.
All right.
Nice.
So there is a party. Heaven knows it has been a long time since there's been a freaking party in Gretty. There's peach wine, there is food, there is music, and there is dancing, and people are laughing, which is a little surprising to some of them. There are people standing on the edge of the party looking at the whole thing and thinking, huh. And you can tell by the looks on their faces that they are surprised by how long it's been since there was merriment here. Probably since at least the spring. Sooner than that. Before all their hopes turned to ash. Until now, of course. Now they have a new hope. That is to say, the 4 of you. And they have peach wine, which heaven knows will help them forget a little bit. And there's fresh peaches for the children.
Yeah.
There's at least one person who's threatening to make their famous peach cobbler.
Oh yes.
And eventually someone does show up with a great big pan of cobbler. Like, it's not hard to make.
You hear the violin go, and he is over there in a second.
That's what makes Matthias miss a note.
Yes, peach cobbler.
I think when the party's gotten like at its loudest, Conti will start to be like, "Whew, a lot of folks around here." Just gonna hope you have a good time. Hope you have a good time. Enjoy the wine. Thank you. Hello. And we'll walk out to the edge of town and just kind of like lay in the grass where it's a little bit quieter. And I would like to use herbal empathy, where I can hear the thoughts and understandings of plants. And
Yes.
Conti will just be like, "And how are you guys doing? Are you having a lovely day?"
Better. It was scary a while ago, but better.
I hope people are finding the time to tend to you.
Mm-hmm. They're doing their best.
Wonderful.
And the soil is nice now.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Is there if you don't mind, and I won't bother you any further, I think I'll be happy to just kind of sit and listen to you talk if you'd like, unless you'd want silence, that's also fine. But I was wondering if there was anything like that you've seen at night that gets a little bit close for comfort that we should worry about. Because these folks probably stay in when it gets dark out, but you can't. So I was wondering if maybe you had something you could offer.
When the wind blows from the north, we hear the grass from the north say there's still smoke.
Still smoke? Really?
Only at night.
Well, you hate
Only
to hear
when
that.
the wind blows from the north.
Good to know. Then I'll let others know to keep wary of that area. But thank you so much. That's very kind. You didn't have to tell me, so I'm very thankful that you did. And now I will go ahead and lie down, unless you don't want me to lay on you, unless you're uncomfortable.
No, it's okay.
Then yeah, Conti will just like stare at the sky and probably fall asleep right there.
See how nice the soil is now?
It smells earthy. I don't have a more complicated thought than that. It smells exactly what it sounds like, but it's good.
We don't have more complicated thoughts either.
Kindred spirits. Respect.
Respect.
And Conti will fall asleep in the grass.
All right. Does anyone have anything they want to do before night?
Can I go outside and find Conti so I can so I can carry him back inside? Because, ooh, sweetheart, you cannot fall asleep outside.
Yeah, you can go find Conti.
Absolutely
Please.
not here.
Yeah, you can go find Conti.
I think at one point in the middle of the revelry, Aran notices that we're missing a member and just goes, where the fuck did Conti go? And just heads out, finds Conti and goes, now I know that I am not the smartest person and I usually have medium to extremely bad ideas, but this is the worst idea.
Medium to extremely bad idea.
Like a little dreamy eye opens to see like it's getting darker. Oh yeah, sorry. Just so comfy. And they put an arm up, motioning like you should carry them.
I gladly do.
They're extremely light.
Baby want uppy.
Well, baby, get up.
Yay!
Yeah, they don't fight you. They just, yep, there it is.
Your head is fully resting against the most muscular shoulder.
All right. So, anything Matthias and Cassandra are doing to close out the night?
Is it possible to cast some kind of magic that basically serves to tell me if something goes on outside the inn in the night? Should I even try?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. If you can mash two words together that will mean that, oh, absolutely. Sky's the limit.
Wind was in the key list, right?
Yes.
I was considering what you would think about watching Wind together And
yeah.
I would, yeah. Just
Let's
thinking.
watching wind.
Does it have to go in order? Like, is it player
No.
key, player
No.
piece? Okay, great.
No, you can mash them together in any order you like.
I'm thinking that the wind would kind of, when we awake or whatever, sort of speak any details, unusual details that might happen outside during the night. I'll just kind of grasp my bullet earring and mutter to myself, doing this just outside the end.
Mm-hmm. I love that very much. I'm only going to ask you for like 2 scatter for that one. You're not asking the wind to do much. You're just asking it to report to you, is what I'm hearing.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
2 it is.
Anything Matthias is doing before bedtime?
No, I think the cobbler coma sets in pretty quick.
just goes ham on some cobbler and passes out. The dream. The life. The dream. Okay. So the party winds down. Darkness falls earlier than it did the day before as autumn creeps onward into winter. And the beds are fine. They're like, I mean, 2 of you are sailors. You know a thing or two about uncomfortable sleeping conditions. This is fine. This is just fine. They're respectable little cots. And how early? Are you all early risers? Are any of you early risers?
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
I would think the navigators probably would be.
Conti sleeps 12 to 14 hours a day.
Oh, sweetheart.
Why are you
Our beautiful
here?
baby. Our beautiful angel.
Baby. Oh,
Baby
makes
need
you think,
nappy.
no.
Nappy, yeah. You're a cat. You're a cat.
But a friendly one.
Absolutely. And I'm
Cunty, our volcanic cat.
Oh gosh. I'm asleep until someone gets me up or the wind starts whispering weird stuff and I'm dreaming it.
Okay.
I'll wake Conti, you wake Cassandra. Matthias says Taran.
I think Aran is the one to wake everybody up because they're usually the first one up anyway.
Yes.
Cassandra, it's time to get up. And you see just Conti just over my shoulder.
I'm awake. Don't worry. I'm awake.
Did you sleep up there? What's happening?
Kanti did not sleep on my shoulder. I just we have a lazy baby.
Oh, okay. Can you
We
walk?
have a little sleepy baby.
I can walk.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Cute.
And
Anyone feeling the peach wine? Because I am, just a little bit.
So,
Oh, did I make it too strong?
I didn't have any, so okay. But I'm still very dreamy. Dreamy. That's the word.
I don't drink, so I really had no idea how strong to make it.
No, it was good. I just think people who aren't used to your brews are just it hits people different. You are more used to making spirits for sailors, and let's be real.
Yeah.
Enough said. Cool.
So when you walk out into the wind, Cassandra, whenever that occurs, you definitely hear the wind say, and have you cast this kind of spell before?
Oh, a lot of wind-related stuff like this. This is definitely something that would come naturally.
Okay, great. Because the wind is the best friend of Tidal Augustine, the wind and the storm. And they both have kind of a curious manner of speaking.
Okay.
Because they're both a little disjointed. And what the wind says to you is, history repeats. History repeats and repeats and repeats and can't be stopped. and tonight it goes around. Tonight it goes around again.
Okay. I am going to gather everyone then for a moment. If I can, I don't know wherever everyone is.
Yeah, just looming around the farmhouse, I imagine.
Listen, I think we need to go now.
Are you sure?
All right.
The wind told me a little something, and I'm afraid time is a bit important.
Conti leans in. Is it about the smoke?
Well, I didn't hear anything about the. Did you? What are you talking about?
The north. Because I thought the wind. It's like. North is bad.
North
Bad. Smoke.
smoke. Okay.
North is where you're headed. You're the one who studied the map, Aran. North is where you're headed.
North is where we're going.
Okay.
North is bad because that's where we're going.
If north is bad and north means smoke, I think smoke is coming here if we don't move fast.
Well, then
Yes.
we kill two birds with one stone. We get the magic tree and we stop whatever's causing the smoke.
That seems good.
Perfection.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are there any horses around here?
Dirty old workhorses. Not a
We
lot
can't
of them,
take
frankly.
horses. Don't any of you have anything you could use to make a chord that could?
A core?
What do you mean?
Or a spell?
Oh, well, I mean, depends on what you're trying to create here. I can't spawn a horse. Out of nothing.
No, the spell
I don't
pieces
think
are
anybody
spawn
can
horse.
Why
That's
could-
my signature spell. Spawn a horse.
Spawn-
Very
I think
specific.
it's obvious. To spawn the horse, you have to combine the water with wind and also rallying.
And also horse.
Well, I
There's
don't have
three spell
anything that could
pieces.
do that, so I suppose we're just going to have to hoof it.
Okay.
That's all right.
Wait.
Can I make a spell to make us move faster?
Ooh.
I don't see why you couldn't.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. In that case, I have spell pieces, crew, and moving.
Moving crew.
You do have to use one of mine. You do have to use one of mine. Those are the rules.
Okay, give me what do I have to work with here?
Mine are ash, hope, wind, fruit, and silent.
We have step of the wind, baby. Crew and wind.
Wind crew! Wind
Wind
crew!
crew.
Wind crew! Okay, beautiful. So your goal is to make everybody walk fast, yeah?
Move faster, yeah.
Move fast? Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm here for it, and I like it very much. Let's see. I'm gonna ask you for 2 scatter if you're just like moving at running speed, even though you're not running. I'm gonna ask for 4 scatter if it's like make it there before nightfall fast.
Can I offer a chord piece so we can split that? Add on, if that's okay with you.
I'm completely okay with that.
I would like to offer the piece erupting to say that
Erupting
like
wind
this
crew?
goes wildly
my.
fast, like
Yes!
upsettingly so.
We move with the speed of volcanic
Just a-
wind.
It's a very strong initial burst. Is that the idea?
I think
We
so.
take a step.
I think if it works right, there's like a launch period where it's like a roller coaster where it flies first. And
You're
Okay, no, I-
you're
I
yeeting
love
us.
that. I love that very much.
We're breaking the sound barrier. That's what we're doing.
No, right.
Oh,
Like someone put jetpacks on our feet.
quick rules question. When you sleep, do you restore any scatter?
You do, yeah. You do. So you're all completely clear of your scatter. You're clear and fresh and your brains are good.
So I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna go for the 6 scatter to begin with. So we split that.
3 and 3?
How much away from me?
Yeah, 3 and 3. All right.
Perfection.
Supernaturally fast.
Magic is so much fun in this game.
I think
Aw.
with whatever wind piece you do, Conti's cheeks start to puff up like a puffer fish, as we see like the incandescent glow behind their like molten skin start to like really really heat, and they can give out this like big gust of wind whenever someone's trying to do whatever the other thing is. That would help you.
I love this very much. This
is
beautiful.
it possible when this comes on, and this is happening right now? Like we've left already.
I think we're on the edge of town, right?
That's a valid point.
Weren't they going to give us stuff?
An important question: do you tell either of us that you two are doing this?
Yeah, that's the question.
They'll mention it, yeah, or at least Conti will.
Okay.
But if Ron doesn't want to, then I don't think
Ron
Conti
thought it was obvious that I was going to do
Okay.
it.
Additional question: do you warn us about how violent it's gonna be?
Oh.
I think Aran fully looks at Matthias and just goes, I mean, you know the winds and the sails. It's like that. Only on us.
Oh well, that's all right then.
Conti pulls like the side of their ear, and there's like a gust of wind that comes out of it, and you hear the words, "Not exactly."
This baby, this beautiful cherub.
Oh, that is adorable. I need to find you a puppet or something. That is adorable.
My sweet baby.
If y'all
Hunter shows up a little bit late, having been the only one that remembered that they offered supply.
if we want to wait longer, I can. But I think
We could say that.
Is that really red?
Oh,
Hunter
good.
walks up
Dry
with an armful of
peaches.
supplies and walks right into this nonsense.
Oh God, I'm not going to be ready for it.
That's a pitch. Obviously, I'm not in charge of your character. But that's my pitch.
That's definitely what I would have done. I'm glad to walk in with just all the bags. Just all right. So how are we headed out? And I look to you doing your. Is this
Don't
magic?
Ask.
Yes, it
They
is
nod.
magic. Yes, you will be moving very fast.
Okay.
Have you ever dreamed about riding a horse? Because today that dream will come true.
Are we flying or are we becoming horses?
Pulls ear again, gust of air. Flying question mark?
No, it's just we're just now does a ship fly? Does a ship fly?
I
No.
think Conti has pulled out like a snow sled that normally you would use whenever you're in high elevations. That just seems smart to have. That's like survival gear.
Oh my God.
And then sits on it ready to go. Like ready to be like, and this is what we're moving on. You ready?
Are we all getting on that?
I suppose so. It's all right. This is the sort of thing title navigators use quite a bit. I don't know what Conti's bringing to it, but it can't be that bad.
She's a beautiful cherub, but I won't have you say it ill.
Love Conti. I think you see Aran just like fully takes off their shirt and just goes, this is how we steer. It's going to act as our sails, and that's it.
Okay.
The only context you get.
So as your GM, I would like to just check base here. So what you are proposing is that the sled will be pushed by the wind, which will be caught in Aran's shirt as a sail, which will take the party at supernatural speeds toward these ruins.
Should either of our title navigators just have a spare sail, like for like a small fishing boat style thing? That
I'm
seems
just
wise.
thinking, is that what I'm hearing?
It's what you're hearing.
Okay.
Listen, I'm 6'9" and almost pure muscle.
Nice.
A shirt on me is basically a sheet to everybody else. Yes.
Okay.
Shirt
All
is a
right.
tail.
I just wanted to
I gotta
make sure I was on the
know,
same basis.
There are a couple women from this village who just went, hmm?
Oh yeah, there's women fainting all around.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I will gladly put all the supplies on this sled, but I will look to you all and go, do any of you know any magic in the vein of safe or landing?
Resounding silence, it sounds like. The silence echoes for miles.
Well, I guess we're just winging it, huh?
Yeah,
Yes,
looks like.
the best thing to do.
Beautiful. So, please tell me about the moment at which the party takes off. I want to hear about this very much.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Are there places to hold on your sled, by the way?
Just, I'd imagine it's just like a snow sled, so it has like a kind of a rimmed edge that you could hold onto the sides.
That'll do.
So I'm imagining kind of like, does anybody remember the sandbenders from Avatar?
Oh,
The
yes.
Last
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm imagining something like that. Okay, so it's
Okay.
not as weird as you think it is.
No, it's not that weird. It's not that weird. It's good.
That weird. So,
I'm
Aran
getting a
just
thumbs
like,
up from Tech.
we have. So we have Conti's sled, we have Aran's massive shirt, and then it's just kind of okay. Is everybody ready? Everybody, as tucked in as possible? Yes, cool. Release the winds. And
It gets unseasonably hot for a split second as Conti releases this like volcanic gas that flies out of their mouth and like propels, and then whatever your magic does, of course.
We made a motorboat with Conti as the motor.
Yeah. Our beautiful motor baby. Again, a beautiful motor cherub. Beautiful motor cherub who I love very much.
I exchanged my wings for an engine. 'Cause I'm cool.
Power move. Eat that, Michelangelo.
Oh, that's so funny. Conti's just blowing wind directly into this giant shirt. And then all of a sudden, the sled, you hear it like kick up and just a bunch of dust boom bursts out from behind it. It's just we don't fly, but it certainly feels like we are.
Okay.
And Matthias screams like a child.
Respect.
Yeah. The party just tears out over this like ashy field. And not long after the field, there is an overwhelming smell of lavender as you burst out into the boundary garden. Stalks of lavender high over your heads and lovingly planted to mark the difference between what is safe and what is not safe for humanity. Everything around you is a grayish violet as far as the eye can see. And then, as soon as you entered, you're out. The grasslands are open and untamed before you. You can see to every horizon almost uninterrupted. And you keep going. You keep going at what is for people in a world without planes, just devastating speed, devastating, horrifying speed. And you travel like this for a good couple hours. The noonday sun is beating down on you. And you come across something that breaks the unbreakable monotony of your surroundings. Not so unbreakable, it turns out. Don't worry about it. There are ruins. Large ones. Roofs, it looks like, from the angle of them. Old tile roofs sticking up out of the ground as if they had been swallowed by water instead. And the remnants of a city wall. An old one. Crumbling to dust in front of you. What remains above ground is only a couple feet tall, at most. And Aran, you're the one who studied the map. This is around where the capital of that ancient country was.
I'm going to, yeah, I'll do it. You see, as we kind of speed on up, Ran notices the area and just one leg out, slams it into the ground and makes a stop.
Oh.
So who goes flying off?
Um.
You know what? You know what? Time to roll dice. Time to roll dice. Adaptability athletics.
Oh, I can do that.
Oh, you're gonna regret this. That's a 6 for me.
I'm just trying to see who flies off.
I have 1 edge success, and I will take it.
Oh no! What are the keys?
The words here are darkness, stalking, wind, circle, and fire.
Darkness, talking, wind, circle, and fire.
Two of those are very concerning.
Are they? Ooh.
Ooh.
Ominous, even? Like someone was planning something?
All right, disembodied narrator, we get it.
Okay. So, with a single edge success, what's the deal?
Oh, with a single edge success, let's see. You can stay on the little barge, but it won't be dignified.
Won't be. Okay. Is
Or
it possible?
You can fly off and make you can fly off and it'll allow you to make a somewhat dignified landing, or you could just get mashed up against each other in a big chaotic mess, but stay on board.
I would like to propose allowing the momentum to swing me out and quickly catching my bullet hearing and screaming as loud as I can. Wind me! And hope that a wind will kind of slow my fall.
Yeah. No, that's only, you know what? I'll only ask you for 1 scatter for that. The wind. Same to you though, Conti. You also had 1 edge success.
I think I would also like to fly off, but because this is a game and not real life, Conti wears like extremely poofy clothes, like it's like really, really baggy to kind of mask how tiny they are. And I like the idea that like they get like a brief sort of moment of parachute or like squirrel outfit, you know, those things. For they land somewhat gracefully.
I like that a great deal. I love it very, very much. We don't have to worry about Ran, do we?
Mm-mm.
No.
I'm
2
good.
6s and an edge success. I will ditch the edge success and just take the 2 6s.
Yeah. So our sailors are perfectly fine with this sudden stop.
Let's do it again. That was great.
Maybe on the way back.
I don't know if that was the best way to do that.
Are you poor, right? You look a little green.
What are you saying? We stopped. We stopped. It's good.
You know what context is, right? Like that's a term you know.
Yes.
So stop can be good in the right context, but stop immediately after going like I don't know what terms we have for speed, but I don't know.
Very
Big
fast.
speed, very fast. That's bad.
All right,
I thought it was fun.
Listen. And you see Aran approaches Kanti and just goes, listen, and kind of like starts patting Kanti. And just goes, listen. I am so sorry. Sometimes I forget that there are people who are not as gigantic as I am.
I love it.
So I'm glad that you, my little cherub friend, are okay.
It's one thing when the narrator calls you a cherub, but when a person who's in the scene does it, the vibe is different somehow.
Thank you.
Are there even cherubs in this world?
No. I don't think so. Maybe.
Cherub is in cherry.
We call them sea cherubs. They're like little adorable little fish.
Okay.
All right. So the party finds themselves off their little makeshift sledge, staring around what was once upon a time a thriving city. You can climb up onto the roofs. Not just the athletic members of the team, but everybody. They're right there. They're just little ramps sticking out of the ground. And you know that beneath your feet was a place where people once lived and walked and worked over 100 years ago, before it was all swallowed. And I think this is a very good place for us to take our first break before you start your hunt in earnest. All
Sounds good.
right. So I will catch you all in an amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Any amount?
Yeah, that's
10. I will see you all in 10.
All right. See you in 10.
Okay.
I'm glad. I hope you're all having fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Let us know if we're, of course, anybody's doing, like, if I'm like taking too much spotlight or anything, please tell me, or anything if we need to share in any way, or if I'm like asking too much with the rules or what have you.
Oh no! If I feel like anybody's taking the spotlight, I'm just gonna start yelling at the people who aren't taking the spotlight and asking what they're doing.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would never ask any of you to dim yourselves. Only that all of you shine bright. That's all I want.
For sure.
Ready to party. Oh, listen, audience. I want you to know that I love you.
Hi.
That's right. Watch me just instantly transform from a person who can string a coherent sentence together into awkward hosting cat. Welcome back to Tabletop Roulette, the show where it spins round and round and it lands on Black 13 every time, and the players don't like it, but you secretly do. Previously, in our heroic chord game, the party had found themselves in the village of Gretty, which had recently had all of its crops devastated by a fire. Now winter is coming and they're uncertain about how they're going to survive the coming lean times. But they have a story passed down in this village of a tree that bears fruit year-round that was said to be in the courtyard of an ancient queen. Of course, that queen's palace has been swallowed by mud like almost everything else on Amilta, but the party is going to hunt for it nonetheless. And after the party organized just the best party that this village has ever seen, and I don't mean adventuring party, I mean there was wine. They then made a rocket sled. And that's pretty much where we're at. We are now in the ruins of the old capital city of Breost, a country that used to have queens. What? There's no such thing in Amilta anymore, but you know the stories. It's from the history books. Divinely appointed or what have you. Speaking of being divinely appointed, the divine monuments have chosen you all to take care of humanity. So let's get to it. Tell me about what you are all doing in these ruins, please.
All right.
Or we're still like outside the walls of it, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, if any part of that tree is still standing, it's got to be. It'll probably be close to the palace.
Probably. And you
That would
see
make
that
sense.
Aran rushes forward and just climbs the walls out of sheer curiosity. That's one of my keys. It's just I'm completely curious about everything in this world and I want to see it all.
Love it. I believe that's daring athletics. I believe that is a daring athletics roll.
Yes, that is another 6 for me to roll.
I'm getting a feeling that you have a very focused build here.
I really do. So here's a wild thing that has just happened that I don't know what to do with.
Okay.
I have 3 5s and 3 1s.
Yeah.
That's 3 successes. You can just vault over the wall. It's like your height. It's not difficult. I wouldn't ask you for 3 successes for this climb. No, you do it. You just do it. Please tell the party how you do it.
You see, Aran is not somebody to just stand still. That's not at all what she's about in the slightest. So she fully just runs forward, one arm up, takes the root of a tree and just hoists herself up and kind of swings up until she lands at the top of the wall and just scrambles about to look around.
Wow. Me, oh
She's
my.
all over it. She's just trying to look around, that's all.
What about the rest of you?
I think Conti is going to plop down, sit cross-legged, and just like try to kind of open their senses up to the world. And I want to see if I can't use sensitivity is not one of their abilities. That's very good, but I want to use what's a good one here? Because I want to see if Conti can't pick up on any secret spell pieces that are in the area that they aren't aware of normally.
Sensitivity focus is the role for that.
I got a 1 for this, but could I posit that this is Conti's like quiet contemplation as a key to see if I can advance that a little bit better?
Yeah, add 2 dice. Yeah, if you're rolling off.
Nice. It's going to be 2 6s and a 1. I'll just keep the 6s.
Okay.
Conti's like humming to themselves and kind of like doing that spiritual like, Earth, speak to me, give me those juices.
And
No.
you hear what is no. Conti's be given the juices. Everybody be quiet. Stop reacting to the idea of the juices and give me a minute to convey the juices. Give me a minute to convey the juices to Conti, please. Conti requests the juices from the world around and is granted the following juices. A name. Or rather, an event. This area remembers the word siege. And it remembers it very strongly.
I think Conti starts to look like kind of distressed, like they're hearing the sounds of like people screaming and like walls breaking and such, and they kind of shake themselves out of it and go, as one could probably expect, the land is not terribly happy right now. Well, I guess it really hasn't been. It's kind of got some old scars. They're like a little kind of, sad, I guess. Yeah. Don't need a fancier word than that.
Yeah.
What kind of scars are we talking? And I will add that from my landing earlier, my hair is this frizzy ball of a mess. And I will have dropped down goggles that I usually have on my forehead, and I haven't pulled them back up yet. And I'm just kind of standing there waiting for your answer.
I think Conti leads you to the wall where there is like significant cracks that look like they cut inward, like spikes. And I think this was from like what do they call it? Like you ever heard of a siege engine? They're like these big wooden structures that are meant to crack through walls like this.
I'd assume would I know that?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
There has not been war on Amilta for 100 years.
Hmm.
The war that was interrupted by the cataclysm is often referred to as the last war. So knowledge of engines of war is not particularly widespread. Whether or not Cassandra knows about these things is up to you.
I went to school.
Would it? Would like? Did you say that?
College.
No, they did not say that.
Even if you didn't,
Oh.
even if you didn't, I'm putting a hand on your shoulder. Is there a way for me to recall this by having an understanding of urban ruins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have spent more time in the ruins that were the battlefields of the last war than anybody. That was where your pilgrimage was.
All right. Well, I don't know shit. So you keep studying the land, my friend. Iran's gonna need help scouting, and I'm just going to wall run up this wall and see where the highest point is.
Yes, please do that. That's daring and athletic with you, would you please? I'll let you sell me on something else, but it sounds like daring athleticism.
I think Conti is like looking around like, did you get parkour? Did everyone else get parkour but me?
Unless I can sell you on like adaptability of like being able to maneuver around ruins or something.
You know what? Yes, these are crumbling structures and it takes adaptability to run up them. I'll take
All
it.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with that because I very much want you to roll run up. I want it very badly. So.
Okay, so we've got 2 6s and a 1.
Oh yeah, Vroom. Assassin's Creed, right up there.
Absolutely. Right up this wall. Is there a visible like highest point in these ruins?
There is absolutely a highest point in these ruins. There is. It's a ways from you. There is a spire that it looks like used to be the top of a tower.
Okay.
The door is fathoms beneath the earth at this point, but you can still see a window and a crumbling roof.
Okay. Is there a haystack beside this tower?
There is not.
Okay. Aran, where are you?
You see, Aran has almost completely vanished from most lines of sight just because I'm very curious and I just keep scrambling about on top of the wall.
It's a
And
Where's
you're
Waldo?
a distance away. All you hear is Aran go, I'm over here. Just keep walking. Just come towards me.
Okay. I will follow the voice. Do we know how far this tower is from us?
Yeah, I'd wager it's I mean it's a bit of a hike.
Okay.
Imagine you're on the outside of what was a major metropolitan area and you're walking toward the center. So it might take an hour or two.
Matthias, did you say the parkour comment out loud?
Lee,
I
did
think that was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
was that diegetic?
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
Whatever. If parkour is a word we have in this universe, then
Yeah.
they
I
say.
don't see why it wouldn't be.
Fair enough.
I
Then, yeah, did everyone get
I
parkour
think
with me?
Matthias is going to be a little shit.
Yes, please, yes, please.
And he's going to look you dead in the eye and then do a running backflip over the over the wall.
This like 6-foot wall?
Yes.
Oh.
Daring athletics, please do the rolling.
Could I invoke a key, specifically eccentricity?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
So true.
Yeah. Yeah, that suits if anything does.
So that's another 2 dice.
Yes, please.
Good, because I have a daring of 1, so that brings me up to 4 total.
You have a daring of 1 and you decided you were going to declare you do a backflip.
Yeah, because worst case scenario, it's funny.
Okay, no, you got me there. You got me.
Okay, so I have a 6, a 2, and 2 1s. And I get the sense I'm going to need those ones, aren't I?
Yeah, now I need to think of a good bargain. I need to think of a good devil bargain. What's a good devil bargain for a person trying to backflip over a wall? You know what? You do take a bad bonk and you take a damage.
Okay, but Conti doesn't see the bonk.
Yeah, I would love the idea if they went back later. It's like, hey, wait a minute, where does blood come from?
Yeah, like you hit some part of your body on the wall as you go over. You hit it hard, hard enough to hurt.
And you hear from the other side of the wall, through gritted teeth, ta-da!
Okay, well.
Do we on the far other side see this? Or are you just...
That's it. Well, I
no,
think we've
you two
established
totally-
that Aran does not, but you're standing on the wall.
You totally see me bang my head as I do this flip.
Bang, bang, bonk.
Ta-da!
Well.
Okay. Kante looks around and is like, well, fine. I'm alone now.
You are.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
I can do this. I walk all the time. This is just like a different form of walking. And they're gonna try and I'll also run over and definitely not make it.
Do it.
I have 1 die to roll.
Do it.
I rolled a 6. Hey, great.
Yay!
You're just trying to climb the wall because that'll do it. It's not a hard climb.
I think it looks effortful for Conti. They're like,
Hey, where'd
You
this
do
I'm
it.
coming.
from?
You do it. Beautiful.
Oh, guys, everyone look out. There's fresh blood here. Wait, it might be ketchup. Nope, that's blood.
Oh god.
Huh?
You really shouldn't just.
Yeah,
Disgusting little.
Yeah, no, you're deep in the ruins.
I've never been sicker longer than 2 days.
I mean that could be the blood of some horror or
or,
it's lunch.
You're right.
You
You're totally right. I should be aware. This could be this could be blood from anything.
Yes, anything.
Horrible.
You know,
Huh.
know anything about these ruins, right?
No, you
Any
know,
chance?
the map you've got shows what the ruins looked like when they were still a functioning city.
If I were to roll understanding plus engineering, will I be able to get any further information about what I'm seeing in these ruins?
Yeah,
I-
absolutely.
Could I do the same for humanity to know kind of their culture, things like that they might come up in their if they had puzzles or weird lockings. Like this is the Legend of Zelda town that has
That'd be
unnecessary trouble.
That'd be closer to fashion, but yeah, I'll allow it.
Oh,
Also good.
that's a good reaction.
Oh. Chrome, sorry. Chrome, your roll. You seem excited.
6 and a 5. Oh yeah.
Very good. So you were trying to get a handle on just the physical construction of these ruins, yeah?
Yeah, like what purpose do they serve? Kind of like the ruins have obviously become ruins, so the terrain has shifted slightly from the original map because they're ruins. The roads that were once there are kind of broken up a little bit. So I want to just kind of get a lay of the land to see what purpose they served and main roads that are probably still there.
This was a city. This is residential. These are, as far as you can tell, houses. You find your way to a place where the roofs are a little bit larger and they're spaced out a little bit more, and maybe that was like a commercial district or something like that. You see some taller buildings that must have been mansions or something. Those are a little bit further deeper in. You can see lines between the roofs that must clearly have had roads and probably still have roads buried under them. But you stand over these roofs. The ground has swallowed this city to the point where you, standing on the ground, have a clear line of sight to the top of these roofs.
Is the area really, really muddy? Is it hard to walk around?
No, it's grassland.
Huh.
The cataclysm was 100 years ago, after all.
Right.
But 100 years ago, people lived here and worked here.
Okay.
I think Aran drops down and starts walking around, peering over the roofs, and kind of trying to make their way towards the center of the city.
Aran, no.
No?
No, not no.
Why no?
Do you happen to have any kind of, I don't know, you've been on the sea. Do you have some sort of seeing rod?
Oh. You mean a telescope?
Yeah.
They are also called spyglasses, if that is helpful. I think that one sounds cooler.
I think it'd be reasonable to assume one of us had one.
Oh, absolutely. One or both.
100%, yes.
Yeah, I have one. I don't know about you, Aran. If you have yours.
Oh, Aran 100% has a spyglass, yeah.
I recommend that if you could be on the rooftops watching over me, I could scout ahead. I'm very good at this.
Got it. I am filled with nothing but confidence for you. And I'll be keeping a careful eye, just in case.
Do I believe this?
Do you believe this? It's honestly, that's you.
Shoot.
It's not my job as a GM to tell you what
Just
you do and
because
don't
I'm a
believe.
minstrel doesn't mean
Mhm.
I flatter everyone.
You could try. It wouldn't hurt.
I
I'm
think
very nice.
There's a difference between nice and kind, you know.
you're nice, but you can also be a little cheeky.
I thought you liked that about me.
I do. It's one of my favorite things.
Anyway, I will be glad to keep an eye on you and make sure nothing sneaks up on you while you're scouting ahead.
All right. I mean,
I think-
Ron, you could stay close by. We could always have.
Yes, I'm going to stay by you, no offense, but I feel like if something were to attack, maybe it would be best if I were to take care of it, no?
No offense taken. I am a reed in the wind. You are a rock.
In
I
the
am
wind.
a mountain, get it right.
Beautiful. And with that, our party starts heading toward the center of what was once a thriving city. You can tell where the roads used to be, although now it's just knee-high grasses. I'm looking at the time, and I'm thinking, I don't have time for this. But then I'm thinking, I do it
Do it.
anyway. Because I am the darkness and the madness that lies within all of us. I'm a primal creature who's lost their train of thought.
Is this creature on the road?
I am the void. I am the void that lurks in the place your thoughts disappear to when you open the fridge door.
We have those.
I eat them.
All
Your
right.
thoughts? No, okay, no. The point is, as you are advancing through this town, Reed, I got distracted. Don't make that face at me, Reed. I got distracted. But as you are advancing through this town, I would like sensitivity rolls from everybody, please.
I think you broke
Great
Reed.
sensitivity.
Well, I'm sure
Is there any,
Reed will be
is there any way I
fine.
can combine that
Not a
sensitivity with
good
something
read
else?
face.
Like
Take your pick of skills. Basically,
Pick of
roll
skills.
sensitivity, pick any skill on your list, and tell me what your character is paying attention to.
Oh,
Sensitivity navigation. I'm making sure we don't get lost.
I just want to stay focused and keep a keen eye on anything strange popping up.
So I have a 6 and a 1.
Aha! A 6 and 2 1s.
Could I hit you with Conti is not being strategic and is like poking their head in buildings to try and get examples of like what like their writing style is, and if they have like or
Oh.
if they use like glyphs or things like that. Just
Yeah.
it's more of like an artistic interest than something like
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
think
Oh my god.
for the first time, y'all see Aran kind of enter the state where all of that vigor and frivolity and air of grandiose kind of slips away. And right now, I'm looking kind of like sensitivity and tactics, aware that we're kind of entering like a little bit of a dark zone with monsters and things. So I'm keeping an eye on an ambush, and I got an edge success.
Okay.
I rolled 4 dice, all of them failed.
Okay.
Damn.
So you do manage to stick your head into the building. You don't see any samples of art or writing, but you do see like moss overgrown, mold eaten wooden furniture
Whoa!
in the shadows.
They grow their own furniture. Complete misunderstanding.
You know what, Aran? If you keep the edge success, I will tell you something useful, and I will also tell you a lie.
Well, I mean, I only had the edge success, so give me that. Give me that
Okay.
line. Give me that truth.
So here's something useful to you is that this place has a memory of a traumatic siege. Horrors are made from memories of trauma and pain. Which means when night falls, that's probably what you're looking at.
Mm.
And also, you hear something nearby.
I swing out my arm to stop everybody.
You hear a tile fall off a roof.
Hmm?
And then nothing. Absolutely nothing. A weird amount of nothing.
Oh,
So,
I don't like that.
what's Cassandra paying attention to?
I was mostly looking for anything non-human or like supernatural on the wind, or just like focusing on movement or weird phenomena.
Phenomenon.
Na-na-na-na.
How are the dice thinking?
Oh, 6 and 2 1s.
6 and 2 1s. A 1 success will tell you that you see tracks in the ground of little cloven hooves. The reason they call it the goat home veldt is because it is inhabited by whisper goats.
Are these magic goats?
There are a little bit. Their
more.
fur muffles all sound, so they're extremely stealthy, and they're little shits.
Do the tracks lead anywhere particular?
Yeah, they're mostly clustered around a taller than usual building. Probably the portion of it that's above ground is probably an around and a half tall.
I almost
So
choked.
2 mountains?
Aran and a half.
Two mountains.
2 mountains tall.
Aran is the new unit of measurement in this post-apocalyptic world.
Honestly, I should be. Thank you.
And what is Matthias paying attention to?
Matthias is being practical because he learned his lesson from trying to stunt.
Hmm.
I made a roll that was sensitivity plus navigation because he's trying to make sure we don't get lost.
Mm.
And I rolled a 6 and a 1.
Okay, you are absolutely on top of it. I promise you, as your GM, party's not getting lost on your watch.
Okay.
This is, yeah, and I think Aran stops the party because they heard something.
I heard a theme.
What's going on?
What do you hear?
And Cassandra, you see a little fluffy white face peek out from behind this building. And then another one from another building nearby.
Y'all, this is a dream come true.
You have
Oh,
weird
we-
dreams.
Whisper goats.
Do y'all not
Did
know
you-
about the whisper goats?
No, I didn't know what the word
I-
veldt meant when I got here.
They're wonderful little. Well, no, they're not wonderful. They're actually horrible little shits. But they're cute.
Perhaps they can tell us something.
And Aran, if you turn around, you will see that one of them is trying to like take things from your pocket.
Hey! Get out of there! Get your
That is
filthy
what
paws
they
out of
do.
there.
That is why they are such horrible little shits. Do not be
I'm going
deceived.
to
by
It
the
pick
like
it up.
it springs away on its little legs as you notice it just bounces off.
Can
I'm
I roll
picturing
to
a horde
grab
of
it
evil
before it
Wooloo.
goes?
Oh no, Wooloo
I'm not
are
gonna
good.
let,
And also,
I'm not
Wooloo
gonna
are
let the
sheep and
things
not
get
goats.
away
I know.
from me.
Wait, what are you doing?
I don't want to let the thing get away from me. It was trying to steal from me. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna try and grab it before it fully goes away.
Oh, go! Yes.
I'm gonna say daring and athletics just because.
No, that's exactly correct. Yes, please do.
Do we?
you
you
little
do this.
shit. I have 2 5s.
Okay, no, you
Yoink.
jump on this little goatsy and it lets out, it opens its mouth and goes like, but its dense fur makes it completely silent. And as you grab it, you feel your own voice disappearing into the silence around this little goat.
Whisper goats suck up sound. If you get too close to them, that's what happens.
Aran!
It starts kind of like wiggling its little head and trying to
Do we have
bonk you.
peaches or some sort of ration on us?
I don't see why you wouldn't. You brought some. You were the one who remembered that they offered to send you with rations.
I want to walk forward to this goat and look to Aran and kind of gesture with the peach up. Does the goat react to a peach?
Oh yeah,
at
no,
all?
the goat is extremely interested in Peach. Goat like Peach.
If I'm like a couple feet like reaching out with this peach, is my sound being absorbed?
Not enough that you can't speak, but enough that you sound quieter than usual.
I want to try and talk to this goat. I'm just gonna say, hey, little buddy,
yes.
as it's eating the peach, can you show us anything? And I don't know. Is that the goat's reaction? Is that?
I love goat. I love goat.
Could I roll like something for that?
You know, do you have riding?
Oh God, no.
Because that's usually the skill that I make people roll for interacting with animals.
Oh, for animal handling. Okay.
The spell pieces here are darkness, stalking, wind, circle, fire, and siege.
Okay, so what? Looking to all three of you, do I get a sense that any of you have any spell pieces?
Yeah, you took expanded
can-
lexicon, right?
I took expanded lexicon.
I have note, joyous, singing, water, wind, and crew.
I'm not sure mine in particular would help you talk to the goat. Mine are largely about flowers.
Aww.
I have lifting, moving, rallying, wind, water, and also crew.
Rallying goat.
I don't think goat was the key, unfortunately.
All right.
Can I make a pitch?
Oh, I forgot I have
Yeah.
spawn horse. Just to say.
Stop.
One of the words here is stalking. If you were to say stalking crew to make this goat like one of your crew because it's a stalker, I would
I mean, I'll keep the goat buddy.
I
Hell
would
yeah.
I would accept
I'll
that.
take it.
I know as the GM I'm not supposed to tell you what to do, but I would like that if you could talk to the
I was
goat.
gonna use crew in some sense, so that kind of works.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to
Yeah.
join us, little goat?
So okay, to make the goat be part of your team and like you very much will cost 1 scatter. To be able to engage in meaningful two-way communication with goat will cost you 3.
I'll talk. I want to talk to this goat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa,
Hey,
Peach.
did you finish the first peach?
Done. Hi.
I'll slowly pull out another peach, and as I'm pulling it towards this goat, ask, "You seen anything around here?"
Building. Goat. People. Building.
That building?
Horror. Peach. Peach. Tree.
That one.
Now,
People.
hold up.
Peach.
Hold up.
Building.
I'm giving this
Goat.
goat the peach so we can communicate, so we can talk.
Oh, you
about
asked the goat what it can see, and what it
Yeah.
can see right now is its
We're
listed
the
face.
people. Okay.
No. Hold up.
You're the people. It saw a peach because you gave it a peach.
Hey, wait a minute.
Can
Did you say it can see
we
a horror
also-
right now?
Horror.
Yeah, horror.
Horror.
Nighttime.
Okay. Whew.
Is it
Mm.
nighttime?
Gotta hide.
Not yet.
Horrors only
Nighttime,
come out.
gotta
at night.
hide.
Nighttime gotta hide.
But
Okay,
it did say
cool.
tree.
It is a tree. Did you? I'm sorry. Tree. You said tree. Yes.
Tree?
Where's the tree?
Can you show us the
What kind
tree?
of tree?
Peaches.
I pull out a third peach. I don't.
Bribe the goat.
Oh,
Peaches
maybe
tree.
Peach for tree?
peaches tree. Peaches. Are there any peach trees around here?
Is every tree a peach tree in this land? Is that what's going on?
No.
Can you take us to the tree?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Let him go.
Sounds. Noises.
Is the goat moving?
just a little
Yeah.
bit.
The goat
Just
starts,
put him
the
down,
goat
just a little
starts
bit.
kind of prancing along the road in front of you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
It just is occasionally shouting sounds, noises, because it is actually not very used to sound.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Do we need to? Should we name him?
Noises, noises, noises.
I
Peaches,
say-
tree, peaches, people, goat.
How about peaches?
Oh, I love that.
I do like
Seems good.
Peaches the goat very much.
Peaches the goat. Yes.
Peach is the noisy little goat.
And yeah, Peaches is prancing along the road, and this way, tree.
Okay.
Peaches.
Oh.
I will gladly follow, but I'm watching every rooftop.
Oh yeah, there's other goats nearby. They mostly keep to themselves. A couple of them have kind of like are following the party.
Now, I have a funky little idea, but you can stop me if I.
I would never
Instead
dream
of
of stopping
traveling-
you from doing horrible things that you want to do in your
It's-
heart.
Instead of traveling along the road, can I just travel along the rooftop?
Absolutely. It's not even hard. These roofs are slanted and like you can see the top of them. You can just walk up these roofs.
Cool. That's
It's
what I'm
not
gonna
for you.
do. And
Oh,
the
Peaches
slant does
loves
not
this
even
game.
bother me.
Peaches loves this
Slant
game.
doesn't even bother me.
Aran is that kid who always walks on the curb.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that you went to school with me. Wild.
Hey, same here. I was that kid too.
Same. I like Peaches is hopping from rooftop to rooftop, heading toward the center of town.
Oh, peaches is on the
Trees.
rooftop.
Trees?
Hey, everybody, slow down.
Slow?
No.
I'll listen. You want to hop on my back?
Yeah.
Wait, the goat wants to.
Kanti, you can hop on my back.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
I think Conti has like an adjustable backpack because survival gear or whatever, and I think
Yeah.
they offer to like let you slide your arms through their hoops so that they can just like put boost on your back.
Wait, so you're like face into.
I imagine on their back, so like as if they were on their back like a koala bear, but also belted in.
It's a baby pack.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just.
God.
Yeah. And yeah, Peaches immediately hops up onto Cassandra.
Okay, I got the goat. All right, lead the way. No one can hear this now, I guess.
Peaches. Tree.
I love this goat.
Sounds and noises.
We're on the rooftops.
Yeah.
Me and a goat.
And you eventually make your way to the large building at the center and the spire that you saw from the outside of town.
How many Irans tall is it?
Like 3.
Oh wow.
Very powerful, yes.
Yeah.
And it's surrounded by a wall that is like up to like maybe mid-thigh on a run.
Mid-thigh wall. Does this look like a wall for goats?
Oh, no, the goats can get in. The goats can hop right over it.
Okay.
Yeah, Peaches doesn't care. Peaches actually like hops onto the wall and just stands on it for a little bit, looking at you.
All right.
I mean, I follow.
I do
And-
as well.
What you see inside this little garden wall is what was once a what was once a grand courtyard. The benches and the fountains have been buried, but you can still see a wall around it, and you can see just a variety of fruit bushes. And sticking out of the ground in the very center of the courtyard, there is the dead husk of an old tree.
Oh.
And surrounding it, there are, I'm going to say, a half dozen fully fruiting peach trees. Their branches heavy with golden red fruit.
Perfect.
And Peaches shouts, "Peaches! Tree!"
I don't mean to be the worry word here, but does this seem like too easy to you? This seems like a bad thing is about to happen.
Oh,
Isn't it-
certainly.
Isn't it you? Could you talk to Peaches?
Me?
Not the goat. The Peaches.
Oh yeah,
Peaches!
sure. I actually been planning on talking to the big tree if I had found it, but it
Well,
seems like it's not.
with us anymore. But what if these are the big tree's spawn and they all have the same properties as the big tree?
It's worth a try. Conti, kind of hobbles on over, and they are they like saplings? How big would you say these are?
These are, the smallest one is a Conti high.
Nice. We'll sit next to that one, and they'll kneel. They'll put their forehead to the tree, and they say, I'll spin the scatter. And say, "Hey there, it's time to wake up. I'm so sorry to bother you.
Hello.
How are you? Okay? How are you feeling?
Yes.
Is that your parent right there? I don't know if you can
Yes.
see. Yeah. I'm so sorry for your loss. Do you and you feel free to answer no to this. It's well within your rights to your privacy here. But do you fruit year round?
Yes. There
Oh,
are
great.
always fruit.
Perfect.
Oh,
There
wonderful.
are always flowers.
Lovely. May I have some?
Yes.
Look, if I were to plant this somewhere else, would they be the same as you, or would is the earth too hungry everywhere else?
I don't know.
Understandable.
Maybe.
It's worth a shot.
We grew from
Oops.
the roots of the old one. The old one told us to take care of people.
Okay.
I don't know what a pit would grow into.
Is there any way I could help?
Do you know where there are people?
Oh, for sure. I know quite a few people are in many different places. I'm a kind of a celebrity.
Wonderful. The old one told us that people are precious and we must take care of them.
A very noble goal.
The old one was noble.
Well, then I would love to help you. Then, I probably can't bring you there, but Conti turns to the group, relays the information. So,
oops, sorry.
I was thinking, if we could maybe, obviously we can try planting. I don't know how good the soil is there, or if this is particularly special soil, but perhaps maybe there is something to be said for, like, if people wanted to resettle a new land, this might be a viable starting point.
This is horror central.
Oh yeah, I thought we might. Well, maybe not me, but perhaps around here with your giant muscles.
If we could purify this area, then yes, that might work. But
then
that would require, said the GM, waiting for nightfall.
So we stay until night, we destroy whatever horror is here, and then we relocate the village here.
I have a question. Can I
Please,
check to see if these plants are horrors?
sure. Roll me. Do you have the spirit skill?
Nope.
Okay, make me a proposal. What were you planning on rolling?
Understanding and either tactics or humanity.
Tactics will do. Tactics will do the trick.
I'll take it.
Oh god, it's those horrible trees yokai that eat people.
That's actually what I was thinking. I have a 1.
The problem is,
Mm.
let me think with brain. I think that if you keep the edge success, you will have to be told this by someone else at the party. It will not be something that will come out of your own brain.
All right.
That's funny as hell.
Anyone's
Oh.
smart enough to know this
Okay.
then?
So
Okay.
someone in the party realizes that it is daytime, and these trees therefore are not horrors because they are out in the day.
And that's not possible.
Of course not. They're not in the daytime. Plants need sunlight.
What's a velt again?
Oh, I'm an expert on this now. It's a certain kind of flame.
The goat is going freaking ham on these peaches. The goat is just delighted to be here. The goat likes it here. And you can see little snags of white fur on the lower branches of these trees. And lots of little cloven hoof prints.
And so can all of us talk to Peaches?
I think just Cassandra can talk to Peaches.
Cassandra, could you ask Peaches? I mean, I get the sense Peaches is not exactly the best conversationalist, but could you see if they can describe the horror that lives here, lurks here, exists here?
Peaches.
Hi.
So you mentioned horrors, right?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about them?
Mhm.
What are they like? The ones that are here?
They go around and around and around, and they make a circle. And you get stuck. Gotta hide. Gotta hide.
And where do you hide?
House.
Any house?
Tree.
Tree?
Inside.
Inside. So they go around y'all.
Hmm.
Is anyone here an expert on horrors by chance?
No,
Not
unfortunately.
really.
No.
That's okay.
We do not specialize in horror.
I think in the interests of getting a combat done. I mean, in the interests of narrative expediency, don't worry
Oh
about
no,
it.
a horror.
Do you
Oh my
stay
God.
until dark?
I think Matthias will advocate for. We're 4 rangers. We can handle one horror.
For
If
sure.
we stay by the trees.
Right.
Keep an eye out. Maybe we can get
A
a
reading.
leg up.
Shouldn't we go away from the trees? Because what if the fight like destroys the trees?
That's a good point.
I think
Maybe.
we should probably just pick a building or some central area and make a trap there, right?
Okay.
But Cassandra, you're going to say something? I can't hear you.
Oh. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, Peaches was too close and we couldn't hear your voice.
I know I like your plan, but what kind of trap are you thinking?
Well, it goes in circles, right?
Yeah.
If for some reason there is it must travel in circles, maybe it has weird rules because sometimes monsters have weird rules, then we have to probably disrupt that in whatever way we can. So I was thinking creating an unnatural or uneven terrain in some places and placing pitfalls that we know about, and it presumably doesn't because it can't see them until nighttime.
Okay.
And then I guess, well, it's trying to destroy life, right? So I guess we have to kind of be the bait, which is unfortunate. And maybe I'll hide in one of the buildings, and you can stand over there, and I'll provide ranged support.
Thank you for volunteering us to be the bait, Conti.
You are twice. Well, not you, but you are twice my size.
Perhaps. Oh, go on.
I am okay. Listen, all right. I get that I am a mountain of a person. Thank you very kindly for that. The best thing to do right now is rest up before nightfall so we have energy to kill the horror. And on top of that, I am good. Surprisingly, I am actually good with subtlety. I don't use it often because I'm surrounded by people, and who wants to be subtle with people? Not me. But I can do a close range ambush. I can hide underneath. We should probably find a place that already has a little bit of crumble for an overhang, so that way multiple people can ambush at once and kill this thing.
All
That sounds
right.
good.
We may want to use a goat as bait.
And I might be able. We are not using Peaches as bait.
Peaches is our
Not-
friend.
Peaches, but
Bait.
a goat.
Person big.
A goat.
Matthias is going to suggest, and I think I might be able to weave together a spell that could give you a bit of a stealthy advantage.
Is it the same one I was thinking?
Rallying Darkness?
Okay, that's different from Hidden Crew, but sure.
Oh, Hidden Crew is even better. You do you.
I also had the idea to lure it in a spot, corner it, and maybe just end darkness right where it's starting.
Oh. All very beautiful ideas. I believe it's nighttime.
Oh, Lord.
Good night.
Well, look, I have to get you to do the things.
Yes, absolutely.
Can we say we rested?
Oh, absolutely. I'm
Okay.
not going to stop you from doing a resty sleep.
And we get all to
Perfect.
scatter now. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll end
go-
all the darkness ever now.
Okay, so here's how combat works. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask all of you to make an adaptability tactics roll. We're going to make a pool of successes that you all use.
And
So-
this represents like our like planning beforehand and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yes.
Gotcha.
I'm going
That
to
is
use...
1-6.
Can I
Okay.
use one of my keys to gain 2d6? I have
I
resource
don't
bonus.
see why not.
Perfection.
Three of them.
Oh!
That sounded hefty.
Yeah, that's going to be 4 5s.
Ooh.
So we're hovering at 8 right now.
I
Nice.
have 2 5s, a 6, and a 1.
All right. If you keep the 1, you'll be the first target.
Yes, I want to be.
Okay, so we've got a total of 12 going into the fight.
Very nice.
What appears looks at first like a smoke, a dense black smoke wandering through the village, through the city, weaving between the rooftops. The goats are all long gone. They've gone inside to hide from it. And it notices you in some way, shape, or form and begins to form a circle around you. And as this circle forms, the smoke hardens into plates that fall down into the ground with an audible thunk. And what this is a wall of smoke surrounding the party.
Can I interject for a second? and also say this is an urban ruins environment, right?
Yeah, it is.
So I get those extra 3 successes for that thing. So I don't know what that does.
Oh, to form the advantage pool.
Yeah.
So that brings us to 15. Great.
Everyone back to back.
So here's a so now it's time for the party's turns. There is a special rule in this fight. It is called attrition. If the party spends their entire round without advancing one of the 3 goals, everyone in the party is going to lose 1 HP.
Ooh.
I made this combat to go fast. There are 3 things you can do in a combat in heroic chord. Where did the cap go? I don't know. Don't worry about it. You can destroy. In this case, you're acting to destroy the horror. You can redirect. You can try and convince Siege not to attack. Or you can outlast. You can try and just survive until dawn or escape. These have different difficulties. That being said, basically, when you act, you have 2 choices. You can either contribute to the advantage pool, which is right now 15, or you can act to advance a goal, however you think that is appropriate, and you can take successes from the pool if you like. You have 15 successes. Once all you have acted, it's Siege's turn to act, at which point, if you don't want any of the bad things to happen, you spend successes to avoid them. This is basically your earlier tactics paying off. Okay?
All right.
So what do we all want to do? Who wants to go first? Does anyone have a plan?
I have something kind of cool to start with.
I
That's
would love
okay.
it if you did something cool.
Okay. So Matthias says, everyone form up close together. I have something that might give it a little bit of a pause.
All right.
And so everyone gets close together in the circle, and he's going to pull out his violin and just start playing an absolutely. Basically, if a tornado could be a song, that's what he's playing, and he is going to cast Wind Siege.
Okay.
As this
So
big razor sharp, like JRPG, like wind cuts things.
yeah.
Just a tornado appears around them and then spreads out and hits the horror that's surrounding them. And I'm trying to help destroy.
So the difficulty to destroy is 5, which is to say you can either spend 5 scatter on this spell, or you can take successes from the pool to make up the difference.
I'm going to, because we have 15 in the pool, right?
We do. We have so many.
I
have horrible things I can do, so don't deplete the pool.
Right, and since it costs, and since I'm using my violin, it costs me 1 less, so it's 4 for me. So I will take 2 from the pool, 2 from my own scatter.
Okay. Brings the pool to 13. Does anybody else have an action they would like to take?
Start with you. Actually, quick question. What were the area spell pieces again?
Darkness, stalking, wind, circle, fire, and siege.
I would like to use my ability called Lava Flow, where when I cast a spell, if I choose to take longer than necessary, I can be twice as effective. The spell I would like to cast, and I'll take however long it's necessary to do it, as Conti does not process urgency very well, is going to be Erupting Circle. I would like it to break apart.
Oh, I like that. Oh, I like Erupting Circle very much. So basically, this is going to happen next round, because right now you are taking your time with this spell. Is that what I'm hearing?
I think so. If anyone would like to offer a chord in any capacity, but I'm going to burn like a lot of scatter to do it. As I think more than necessary, I think Conti is a little bit frightened and is not thinking totally clearly, and it's going to just put it all out, get rid of it.
Just go ham. Just go completely ham. Okay.
I think they're like sitting on the ground, just like, okay, and we're up. Right, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get it. Okay, we're gonna get chafing. Can you?
And poor Chafing is like, why did I make you a ranger again?
The Coral Father is inscrutable. The Coral Father is completely inscrutable. And honestly, loves chaos. Is completely down with Conti.
So it was literally just this. Oh, this looks like it'll be fun. Zap.
Yeah.
This
So-
poor boy.
So we're surrounded by smoke right now, right?
Yes.
I'm going to use wind and circle
Okay.
as spell pieces to kind of try and disperse the smoke surrounding us.
Oh, I like that. Are you trying to advance, destroy, or build up successes?
Destroy.
Okay, so you can either spend 5 or you can spend however many you want and take successes from the pool to make up the difference.
Now, can I apply a key to this action?
Not a spell, no.
Gosh, well, okay. Then I will. I'll spend 5.
Okay. Just full on 5 scatter. Please tell me what wind circle looks like. Tell me everything. This is a huge spell.
Wind circle. So Aran sees this horror come and immediately kind of hunkers down, fists clenched, and then all of a sudden, in their eyes, it turns into this dark, stormy blue of hurricanes and tsunamis, and all of a sudden, from inside of them, it just bursts out. Huge summer storm winds completely blowing away all the smoke surrounding them.
Love it. Beautiful. And that leaves Cassandra. Oh, the smoke around you just absolutely, like, the part that is solidified remains in place, but the smoke between these solid plates is just completely cleared. It's like half of its body is just gone.
And this is like an entity with some sort of conscious, right?
Barely.
Barely.
Horrors are memories of pain and memories of suffering, and they exist to destroy the living, and that's it.
Okay. I still want to kind of appeal to that. And but then this isn't, y'all are doing all like physical stuff, right?
Mostly horrible spells. I don't mean horrible as in bad. They're all excellent. I mean violent.
I still kind of want to just grasp at my earring and reach out towards this, whatever's left of this figure out in the smoke, and cast. Oh, wait a minute. Which one of you knew Joyous?
Me.
Might I?
Please be my guest.
Okay, I want to cast Joyous Ruin on this thing.
Oh, you do need to use one of my words as well.
Oh, I need to use one of yours.
Yeah.
Joyous something. Then.
Wait a second. Let me double check the rulesies, because I can't remember when you use expanded lexicon if you use them as personal or terrain spell pieces.
Oh, right.
I'm not going to comment on you not remembering.
Don't comment on me not remembering. This is a long manual I wrote once upon a time. All by myself, I might add.
Circle, wind, darkness.
All by myself. Oh, I didn't specify. You know what? I didn't specify,
You
which
didn't
means
specify?
go ham. Use them as terrain
Okay.
spell pieces. It serves me right. This is a play test. No laughing gnome.
No, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at Reed and Bear.
Okay, well, valid.
I want to cast this and have it kind of be like I'm imposing an amazing memory, and I want the memory to be as if it remembers being a part of that party we were at the other day.
Okay.
And in that, just kind of be like, you need a drink. Don't you remember the time? And then it's going to remember this. And thinking that it's a horror that loves hateful memories, I'm thinking this might hurt it.
So you're attempting to destroy it by counteracting the negative memories that make it up with positive ones. Is that what I'm
Yes.
hearing?
That's
Okay.
exactly
Love
what I want.
that.
That is extremely beautiful. Give me either 5 scatter or 5 scatter and successes from the pool in whatever combination you like.
I will be happy to join in a chord on this if you.
You
do
have
it.
acted already.
Oh, you have.
You may not.
Well, Gnome is immediately next, right? So could
No.
they do their
This
turn?
is the last action of the party round. Actually.
Right.
And then we get beat up.
Oh, and then I go ham. Yeah.
I'll just take the chord for now. I mean,
Dude,
not the chord, the scatter
just
to,
still-
on myself. Yeah.
Okay. Full. Alrighty. Wow. Oh, looks like I'm not going to get a whole ton of turns, so I'm going to go ham.
Oh shit.
There is a shifting in the fog as if a light is inside it that flickers briefly as you cast this spell. That is it flickers and is swallowed by darkness, but you can tell that the darkness had to like fold itself up to wrestle this down. The first move we are going to use is Poisoned Well. There is a sickness on the air. There is an awful smell that wafts through the area. And you can either pay 5 from the pool, or until the end of your next round, anyone who casts the spell loses 3 HP.
Oh shit.
And this is like an area of an attack type
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
So you can spend 5 from the
Mhm.
pool if you don't want this to happen.
I mean, we got plenty to spend.
13 to be precise.
I'll take it.
I'll take the damage.
I'll take
Okay.
the
Oh, so is it
I'll take
all or
the
nothing or?
It's just the pool
Yeah.
or damage. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll take the damage
Since
as well.
I'm a very spellcasty person, I'm gonna go ahead and spend. Sorry.
No, the party needs to agree on whether or not you're letting
it's a
this attack
democracy
happen.
thing.
Oh, okay.
By
I
all
would-
means, take it.
I vote
I
spend.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
there's 4 of us. This doesn't work.
No, like two people can do it and 2 people won't, and I think that's okay. Like,
Oh no, we need the whole party to either
Yeah, it's
spend
a
it or not.
democracy. We all have to agree.
okay.
Okay.
Do you want to spend from the advantage pool to stop what is about to happen to Conti because he's already begun casting a spell? Sorry,
Oh,
they've
it's
already begun casting a spell.
Specifically to
Either one
Conti?
is work.
It's gonna happen
Is
to
it
all of
just
us for the
5
rest of the
total?
fight.
Oh, definitely.
just
Until the
five
end of your
total?
next round, yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's pretty much the rest of the fight because you're going extremely ham.
I mean, we could probably take 3 each if we keep casting spells. So I'm not against just taking it.
okay.
I'm also
Okay.
happy to
Great,
take
let's
it.
take it.
Let's take it.
All
Let's
right.
take it. We'll
The
take it.
next thing that happens is one of the walls parts. A section of this circular wall parts, and an enormous ball of smoke and shadow, but it looks like iron, is hurled at the party. And Cassandra agreed to be the first target. You can either spend 3 or Cassandra loses 5 HP.
Oof!
Wait, what is this attack that's happening?
This
A
is the
giant-
siege engine.
A giant
this
ball of metal.
Is
A
this
giant
directly
ball.
at me?
Directly at you, yes.
Can't I, if it's targeted at me, can't I spend 1?
You can you can spend 1 fewer because you're too quick, if I remember your character
I am
sheet, right?
too quick. Yes.
So it will only cost 2 from the
2.
pool.
From the pool.
The party's got to agree, but it
Okay.
sounds like the party is going to agree to
Go ahead and
spend
spend
2
it. Yeah.
Let's
And
do
and
it.
not let Cassandra get smoked.
I will agree with this.
Okay, and let's see.
Smoke.
Saber rattle. There is sound like the rattling of weapons and the clanking of swords against shields and battle cries from every angle around this smoke. And it is maddening and distracting, and to those of you who are capable of admitting it, a little bit frightening. And until the end of the player's next round, unless you spend 4, no one can make skill rolls.
Oof.
Yeah, let's
Shit.
spend that. Yeah, that seems good. That
Yeah,
seems like a
let's
reasonable
spend
use.
that one just to be safe. I think
How much is it?
4.
4.
All right, that would put us at 1.
8.
8?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say less than that then.
No, that would put us at.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
Yeah, that would put us at 8.
Yep.
8. All right.
And that was my turn.
That's not one.
Oh, that's
Siege
it?
only acts 3 times.
Okay.
Blow them up.
So now I believe Conti has something fun to do.
Doesn't
yeah.
someone go before me?
No,
believe
there's
one-
no set
There's
initiative
no
order.
order. It's just whoever wants to
Oh
go.
yeah.
Blow them up.
Okay.
Should we chord this? Should I chord this?
No, the spell's already been cast.
It's already a thing. Yeah.
So tell me about Eruption Circle. First of all, tell me how much scatter you're pouring into Eruption Circle.
I'm gonna hit you with 6. Seems good.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you before you do this description, I'm going to tell you that is enough to fully advance the destroy track and end this combat. So, with that in mind, please tell me about Eruption Circle.
Yeah.
Because you all pulled out all of the stops.
Conti is like sitting cross-legged, and I think their like veins and especially around their tattoos starts to do that thing where it like lights up and looks very, very volcanic. And they open their eyes, and it's got this orange kind of volcanic glass like film over it, and that also glows kind of an orange. And they start to hum, hey, and they just kind of start to stand up and they start to dance. And it looks very musical compared to like just the chaos around them. And they look really kind of tranquil in their own way. But on the ground, it starts to fissure, glow orange, like it's starting to heat up from underneath. And so does the sort of obsidian circle around them. And I think that too, there's this like thin, high-pitched whine for a little while. And then a very, very sudden blast in every direction as the spell goes off, and this volcanic fire and force just blows it to smithereens.
Oh, I love that very much.
Holy shit, Conti!
That is, you take 3 damage as like casting a spell requires combining yourself with the world around you, and the world around you is poisoned right now.
Oh my god.
But
so they have a moment to be like, ah!
And then the anime pop-up blood thing.
that was beautiful. The smoke is shattered into physical shards with sharp edges before dissipating into nothing. The clouds part and a crescent moon can be seen, and the scene is vaguely blue and oddly quiet.
Aran, next time you think I might start picking on Conti a little bit, smack me in the back of the head.
Whew.
Happy.
Woo.
I'm glad we do this.
Well done. Gives Conti a big smack on the shoulder.
Beautiful. Beautiful angels. Wonderful
I think I hit it.
angels.
So when everyone
I'm
moves
rubbing
into
Conti's
town, they'll know this was the spot.
Where the
This
horror
was-
was defeated, yes.
The horror was defeated.
Mhm.
So
Good.
we've pretty much hit our mark time wise. So before we actually, I have 2 things. The first thing I would like to ask you all is, what do your characters do to help the people of Greti move into their new home?
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna start help rebuilding the ruins.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Matthias reminds everyone he's not just a minstrel, he's also a sailor. And he's a little bit ripped, so he helps out too.
A little bit ripped.
Just a little bit ripped. Not like
he
an
is-
Aran, but
I say this with all the confidence and love for this character. He's a twunk.
beautiful. Love it. Love.
It's
I also
extremely
love
good.
him.
Incredible.
Okay. I see a hand up.
Yeah. Is that?
I see a hand up. Leo, do you have thoughts?
Oh, sorry. I was actually just holding something above me.
Can I have thoughts?
I thought you had thoughts.
Have thoughts?
Cassandra's definitely going to teach these people to befriend the goats of the town.
Aw. Are you sticking around with Peaches, by the way? Is Peaches a permanent bestie for Cassandra?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome. I love that very
Absolutely.
much. Peaches is very nice to sleep with because it's very quiet.
Oh, I need that in real life.
The perfect pillow.
So true.
I love
Peaches,
that very
yeah.
much.
Noise
right.
canceling pillow. Coming
That's
soon,
in my
stores near
freaking
you.
browser history. I have looked up exactly that.
So
It's not a
What is-
thing.
not in our world, it's not.
No.
What is Conti doing to help the people settle in?
I don't think Conti ever went back to the village to explain things. I think Conti stayed there for however long it was until someone else came back. And one of the signature spell pieces I have, which they didn't use, but I think maybe eventually they'd get to use later on, is abundant, and the other one I have is life. So I think Conti will have like taken peach pits from all of the current living peaches, and have strategically planted them around town, and then sat in the middle of town and like for 2 straight days focused the magic and like made like a new harvest grow there for
That's
a
really
safety
beautiful.
nest egg. Yeah.
That's so good.
That's
Also, the town-
extremely good.
Because they want to, and not because they think it's like strategic or healthy. I think they also put flowers everywhere and maybe annoying places to walk, but they just like the flowers, so it's just like just all over the place.
That's really wonderful. All right. That's an extremely gorgeous epilogue from my extremely gorgeous characters. And we have a little tradition when playing Heroic Chord and on the podcast Sword of Symphonies, which is called Memory Time, which is to say everybody shares their favorite memories from the session. And it's a good time to think about the things the other players did and the impact they had on you, or any set pieces you particularly enjoyed. Let's see. I'm really glad that I did do a goat encounter because I looked at the clock and I was like, I don't have time to do this in an actual combat, but I'm glad I did it.
Nice.
Memories. I need them to live. Share them with me.
Hey, Shion.
Even though I'm kind of echoing you, I do love the whole goat encounter. That was adorable.
I'm
Just
so glad.
asking the goat what it sees, and there's a ring ding a ling. So cute. Oh,
It was very charming.
You play the best
also-
animals.
it really.
That was very good.
Aw.
I also absolutely loved Conti just being, just every single voice crack killed me.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
That's one of my favorites to do.
It's a good voice. It's a good voice.
It's a
It's
great
very
voice.
nice.
Mhm.
For me, just in general, Conti, like, just Conti in general, as someone doesn't want to be a ranger, or didn't really want to be a ranger, but like was consistently like even like not thinking too far ahead with like the Peachtree thing, like consistently just doing everything in your power to be good. I just love that. I thought it was sweet.
Thank you.
Aw. Lee, Ruby, do you have any memories?
Definitely echo the goat, Peaches, the actual Peaches. Specifically Conti's encounter with the wall.
They never did figure out where that blood came from.
I do love that Matthias like it tries to be cool. They are aware that like I may not be very cool, but I'll lie about it. That's extremely good.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
There's certain expectations for coolness for title navigators, and Matthias tries so hard.
Yes. We're supposed to be the cool, personable rangers. All the other ones are a little bit crazy. We're supposed to be the normal ones.
It was a very small moment, but I did like it, and I do wish if the game were longer, we got a chance to see more of it. But when Aran did that like quick switch of like I'm bold and you know daring and whatever, and like oh there's threat on to look about, and they kind of switched to a more tactical approach to things, and it's like I might secretly be a ninja. Let's do this, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I thought that was a really interesting like a line for Aran, which was just like When I'm around people for fun, it's big, loud fun. When I'm around people to protect them, it's quiet and serious. And I just like, I thought that was a really interesting choice. I agree with Lee entirely. That was really nice.
Thank you.
So thank you all for playing with me. You were all wonderful. We have everybody's social media on the overlay, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I'm getting a thumbs up from Tech. Beautiful. So please follow all my beautiful players. They're wonderful. If you would like to play Heroic Chord, you can check out the Heroic Discord. It's in like somewhere. Don't laugh at me. I'm my brain. You can follow me at CatlingGun. You can find the game at peachgardengames.com. And thank you for watching us, and thank you for being part of this, everybody. Mwah.
Thank you for running. Thank you so much.
Oh, I had a wonderful time. You're all perfect. None of you has a single flaw, and I'll punch anyone who says otherwise.
Oh, you're too sweet.
Very good.
All right.
You're
Good
also
night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
everybody.
Peaches.
Peace.